suffering is legendary even in hell.
KDK's Lunatic Freddy. Hello everyone. Wow, I'm really low. Let me try that again. Hello everyone. Wow, that was really loud. Let me lower that down a little. Pardon me while I adjust my levels. Hello everyone, and that didn't even help any. Hello everyone. Welcome to KDK's Lunatic Fringe, the most unprofessional internet radio show that ever existed. And that's saying a lot for internet radio, considering how unprofessional everybody is. You know what's even more sad than the people who are unprofessional like me is the people who are really professional about it and act like they're in a real radio gig and getting paid and Anyway, thank you for joining me. As I suppose you could probably tell already, KDK is a little stoned right now because I've been doing bong hits all night. Yay! And I'm going to do one right now. Right here, right now. But we're out of soda. And I didn't go get beer tonight. So instead I'm doing shots of vodka. For those of you keeping track, this is shot number 1. Called Crazy Day. Just what I need in my life. More craziness. That still was not as bad as I thought it would be. There was like barely any sugar-free drink powder left to make like a cup. And the time before that song ended. Great. Now I have no cigarettes because I've just been sitting here for like the past 2 hours, like watching parts of WrestleMania and listening to Monkey Phone. Pretty decent show tonight, by the way, Monkey Phone kids. And God damn it, where is Keith? I'm totally gonna send him out to the car to get the soda and the cigarettes that are out there because I'm too lazy to do it right now myself. Oh man, that burns. Woof. It's repeating on me. So tonight we're hanging out in the chat room. I'm not even gonna go look and see how many people are listening because I don't care. Like I said, this is just my excuse to get drunk tonight because I don't have to work tomorrow. If I had to work tomorrow, I would be playing an old show here. I wouldn't be on live, probably. Anyway, we're doing bong hits and shots tonight. I just did shot number 1, like, not 2 minutes before you came to the door. But I've been smoking weed since, like, 6 o'clock this afternoon. So, can you smell it outside the door? That'd be funny. I was getting paranoid because I was stoned the other day, and I was getting afraid because I had the door open and I was smoking. It was my day off. I was just sitting here at the computer and smoking, but I had the door open only a couple feet away, and I'm so paranoid because I'm stoned. I'm sitting there thinking, when you're a non-smoker, you can smell a cigarette like a block away, so they can smell the weed coming out that door, and that guy knows because he like has to leave his apartment to talk on his cell phone, or it won't work apparently, because he's always like pacing back and forth out there talking on his cell phone. So he's out there pacing, like, right in front of the door, and I was like, holy shit, a good wind is going to come, and he's going to know I'm smoking weed, and either want to buy some, or smoke with me, or call the cops on me. Spin the wheel of weed. Yeah, the guy next door. He's actually a really nice guy. He had to knock on the door the other night and ask if we had saran wrap, and then I was all embarrassed that the saran wrap that we have is like this giant roll that I stole from a restaurant. I lug out this giant roll, and he knows I stole it, but fuck it. At least he got to wrap up his ribs in it. For food service use only, yes. I stole that from the gas station I managed like years ago, the saran wrap. We used to wrap up the bagels in. I was like, if I took one of these, you know, it would last me like fucking forever. No, actually what happened is they shut the place down for remodeling, and they took like all the merchandise to another store, and there's certain things that they didn't know what to do with. So they had me store it here, and that's one of the things I just kept. I was like, saran wrap, cool. Anyway, let's see who we're going to be calling tonight. So, Lonesome Loser is sending us Isaac Shitsman. Samuel Schitzel, Asya Schitzel, Billy and Mary Lou Boner. Billy Boner with you. Jonathan says, I got a few numbers for you, and then never sends them, so let me close that out. We got the phone call from James Nefarious. We got the numbers coming in from Lonesome Loser. We got a couple of requests here. Who do you want to call first?
Hello, Samuel. Samuel. How are you doing, man? It's Ed. Samuel. Sam. We called him Sam back in grade school. Alakazam. Sam. Don't make me call back now.
We cannot understand who are you.
My name is Ed Rosenthal. Tell him it's Ed. It'll be all right.
What telephone you need? Maybe you have a wrong telephone number.
Are you a Shih Tzu? Is this the Shih Tzu house?
Yes.
Well, then I have the right number, because there's not a whole lot of you out there.
Now, who are you? You say to us.
My name is Ed Rosenthal, which means I'm Jewish, and I'm very drunk tonight.
Rosenthal.
Yes, of
And
course.
you're Jewish.
Right.
Where do you live?
I live, in Birmingham, Alabama, and which is why I'm calling.
Okay. And what do you need?
You live in apartment number 2.
Yes.
I live in number 6, and I'm tired of the goddamn smell that comes out of your place there.
You need a help. What you need?
I'm telling you what I need. I need you to buy a rug shampooer and a vacuum and a feather duster and some Clorox and clean that bunghole.
You live in apartment 6.
Right, it's old Mr. Rosenthal. I walk around in my underwear and a wife beater.
You ride the same car.
Right.
So what for help you need? I cannot understand.
Clean your place. Your place smells. You have wet camels laying on your rugs in there? What the hell is that smell that comes out of that place? You guys have a meth lab in there or something? Hello?
I cannot understand. Verstehen it. Gut.
Do you know what smelly is?
What smell?
Right, you know what smell is. If something smells bad, a bad odor. That's you, your place, your apartment. It stinks. The smell comes under the door. You open it, and oh my God, it hits you like a wall of water.
The problem is I know here live the Mexican people. They sometimes prepare their food. Maybe smell no okay. I don't know.
Oh, you're saying they're the ones that are dirty, not you? Those dirty Mexicans?
I don't know. They have special food, peppers, and I know that maybe the little smell no okay. I don't know.
Do you have running water?
Huh?
Do you have running water?
Of course.
So these people, if they wanted to, they could bathe. And they could wash up a bit.
Maybe, I don't know.
So what are you there? You're a roommate or the landlady or what? What's going on over there in apartment number 6? You have other people stay. What are you, harboring illegal aliens?
In apartment 6.
You're harboring illegal aliens in apartment 6.
We have Borak.
Hello? What'd you say about Borak?
I don't know what is going on. There was a neighbor. She moved in another apartment. She moved.
You know, you say this one smells, the Mexican smell, everyone else smells but you.
I don't know.
And I think it's just a smoke screen, if you pardon the pun.
What?
Like the smoke screen of dirt and filth that surrounds you everywhere you walk, like Big Ben and Peanuts.
What we can do is...
You
This
can
is
wash
my
your stinky
house.
ass.
Huh?
Wash your stinky ass.
We live in another apartment. 6 is in another section. We have 2 to 4, and this is all. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 6 is in another apartment.
I live upstairs. 5 and 6 are upstairs. Don't you try to feed me a line of bullcrap, you smelly bitch.
Usually in this apartment, we Stella live.
You what?
Stella, yes, Jewish people from Russia.
Right, I told you I was Jewish, and I'm fucking her. Stella, that's my bitch. So now you know who I am. Maybe I'll come over there and fumigate that stink hole. I could call the state and they'll render it inhabitable and condemn the fucker.
Okay, sir. You maybe mistake telephone. Sure.
You know you're the reason we have cockroaches in the building.
Sure, fine.
You cockroach breeding.
No call, sir, please.
Wash your ass.
No call.
Pablo? Honey?
Say yes, the manager and Robert. Monday, you go to the manager and Robert and tell they this. And what they
Right,
do?
I'm going to go and I'm going to tell them that you stink. And you're the cause of all the bugs in the building, all the cockroaches and the chickers and the woodworms and whatnot and so forth. It's all because of you and your garbage and your filth-ridden shithole there.
I don't understand you. We have very clean my apartment. I don't know.
Well, not by American standards.
Okay,
Who
bye.
is that ass?
Huh?
Who is that ass in the background? Put him on the phone. I'll give him what for, by God. Hello? Smelly lady?
Entertaining. I was cracking up a couple times during the call. I'm like cracking up and losing the voice and shit.
I heard it the first time you cracked up.
And she didn't even catch it. That's when I realized she's so dense I can go anywhere with this woman. I love just calling people cold and feeling them out and seeing. That's why sometimes it takes more than one call. Because you got to see where you can push. Look at that. I just blew a hit to the cat and he's totally like. You can see his little nostrils moving and leaning his head into it and everything. This cat really likes smoke. And not just pot smoke. He likes cigarette smoke. He'll get up in your face if he wants some smoke. That's bad. And the cat's addicted to tobacco because of you. The others aren't like that.
Yeah, no, the other one hates.
Right. So who are we going to call next? Let's see if we have any other numbers coming in here. Okay, so let me go back to the chat room. I am going to call Stab in the Dark. Let's call up this next person on the list here.
You have 58 minutes available for this call. Please hold while we connect your call.
Hello.
Hello?
Who it is?
This is Mr. Karen, the landlord. I just received a call from an irate elderly man complaining about a smell he believes is coming from your apartment.
What is coming from our apartment? I don't understand. A smoke?
It's an odor.
Huh?
He claims it's an odor.
Who clean?
You know, something that smells bad, like rotten fish, or rotten meat, or farts, or shit. He says there's a bad odor that comes from your place, but he couldn't pin down what kind of an odor.
Who called me? Who are you?
I spoke to a man, an elderly man named Ed Rosenthal.
We live in another apartment. I cannot understand what happened with him.
He says he lives in number 6. And we do
Number 6, if you live in another number. In
No, he lives
another apartment.
upstairs. He lives in one of the apartments on the 3rd floor. So, yeah, he lives in number 6. We do have a Mr. Rosenthal registered living there, so he's filed a complaint about an odor coming from your place. So,
My place, I don't
right.
know.
So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to send a health inspector over there and find out if we need to intervene and go through the eviction process and stuff like that, because
Who are you?
I'm your landlord. I've never spoken to you in person before, but I had to call because now I'm receiving complaints from other tenants because your odor. And he said that you also admitted to him that you're harboring illegal aliens there. You said illegal Mexicans are living there, squatting in your apartment.
Different apartments.
Huh?
We live in...
Sir, what is your problem? Please, what is your problem?
Ой, Martha.
Huh?
Hello?
Yeah. What is your problem?
I'm telling you what my problem is. I'm getting complaints from other tenants because you guys smell bad, apparently. Don't make me come out there myself. I'll hire a guy to come out and fumigate the place or something. And we'll add it to your bill. We'll add it to your common fees.
What is the apartment you live?
I own the building. I own the building!
This is an owner. Martha,
Listen, you guys rent the place for me, and you signed an agreement saying you would at least leave it as good as you found it, you know? And now people are telling me that it smells and there's bugs in the building and shit because you guys are dirty. You're ruining the whole plan.
Come in my apartment is all very clean.
I'm a busy man. I can't come over there and look at that little bunghole.
I cannot understand what he wants from us. He no lives here. He never was in my apartment.
I think he just wants you to be more clean.
My apartment is very clean. I am a nurse. We live here 10 years and clean, better from everyone.
Well, do you watch a lot of American TV?
Huh?
Do you watch a lot of American TV?
Yes.
And when you see people in a house and in an apartment, does your place look like that? Is it clean and neat and tidy like that? Or is it like ghetto clean and neat and tidy, where it's a whole different scale and like rats and roaches are allowed?
I cannot understand what he wants from us. He never was here, and I know him. What he wants?
I can't take it anymore.
Huh?
I can't take you people anymore. You're driving me crazy.
I know
What, do I have to come out there and fumigate the place?
Maybe you can come, of course.
I'm going to come and look, because maybe this guy is just crazy, right?
I think so. He may be the sick man.
I think you're right. This whole thing
He
is...
call and call. I know what he wants.
This whole thing is kind of funny, isn't it?
Who are you?
Oh.
Where do you live? Far from?
This is Mr. Holson, the landlord.
I cannot understand. For me, it's wild.
Well, I'm going to come by and see if this guy's crazy or if you guys really
When
smell
you
that
want
bad.
come? Now?
No, not now. I'll be there tomorrow. After church.
Okay.
Okay, God bless you.
For me, it's wild. Be clean. Says everywhere very clean. What he said to me, we don't live in one apartment. He live in another and we live in another.
He says he lives upstairs. He says he lives right above you.
We live upstairs, yes, of course.
Sir,
Okay, I'm going to come by tomorrow and I'm going to see who's crazy.
Please, tomorrow. Today, no call.
What?
Understand?
No cologne?
Huh?
Okay, I won't
He
wear any
called me
fragrance.
10 times and be upset. I go downstairs and smell and watch what is going on. For me, it's wild.
Between you and me, I think this guy's just crazy.
I think too.
Maybe I need to...
I am a nurse. I work in a hospital for children. I know what is clean and what it is. He is maybe crazy, of course. I cannot understand. It's clean everywhere, every place. There's always...
Okay, I'm going to be there tomorrow. You know, if you get a cat, they kill
I
mice
told
and
him,
roaches.
I think maybe his apartment is dodgy. She has a manager, she has Robert.
I bet you know when you see on the news when they have like somebody who hasn't left their apartment in like 30 years, and their apartment consists of old stacks of newspapers making tunnels through the apartment like 8 feet high.
Yeah, he's a man, no a
He's
woman.
got like fingernails like 6
He
inches
has no
long and
mind,
shit.
maybe it's dodgy. If he thinks everywhere is dodgy.
I'm gonna talk to him. I'm sorry to
Okay.
bother you.
Yeah.
If you see this guy, just ignore him, and if he gets in your face, just call the cops.
He's maybe a sick man, I think.
Yeah, so watch yourself.
Yesterday, tomorrow I work to 12 o'clock. Maybe you won't come later, and 1 o'clock when we stay at home.
Will there be anybody home around 5 in the afternoon?
And 5, we have a work. Yeah, and 5 we stay at home. No later. We
Okay.
must go to
Yeah.
work
Okay. That's when I'll be there. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, you are owner, really. Who are you?
My name
Yeah,
is Glenn Hurlson. I'm the landlord.
the landlord.
I own the building.
What?
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Another classic, typical KDK prank call. Harassing the bitch, harassing the shit out of her, getting her all pissed off, and then turning it completely around, and now she's my friend. I love my show. But that was the second call to the woman that I called earlier tonight about having the dirty apartment. Ed called her about a dirty apartment, and then I called this landlord fielding Ed's complaint. How many of you got so pissed off a couple of weeks ago because I wanted to go play Devil May Cry 3 and I ended the show an hour early? People got very angry, even though there wasn't a scheduled show that night. Man, I think I drank too many shots too fast. Rigolet says, that woman was talking to you in Russian. I know a little bit of the language. She was asking you, what is it? She spoke enough English that I could understand her, but not enough so that she could completely understand the nonsense I was saying, which is perfect balance. I'll have to remember that number. Lonesome Loser. Please save that number in case I forget. We'll call her again next week. She can be the new Long Dong. Maybe one day we'll do a conference call where we'll call her and put her on hold and get Long Dong in there and let them yell at each other. Carlito says, this is some of the best prank gigs I've heard in a while. Good work, boss. Thank you, Carlito. It comes so much easier when I'm, like, stoned and drunk, which is pretty sad. Who do I call next? Who do I want to call? Honey, do you feel like doing a call? I'm a little iffy about calling people that I know, because anybody I know who's ever gotten caught doing prank calls is because they called somebody local and other people knew about it who were local. That's the only way, like, people ever seem to get caught. And this would be that kind of situation. Like, people I know want me to make prank calls because they've been to the site and shit. But if I do it, then they go tell the guy it was me, and then he goes to the site, and then if he wanted to be a prick, he totally could. Well, if the call ever ended up on the site. I don't think being on the show would be enough.
Hello?
Hey. Mrs. Mugala?
Yes?
How you doing, dear?
How am I doing?
This is Ed's nephew, Maurice. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Ed's
What?
nephew?
Right, we're calling to find out what you're doing in this Easter.
Oh, this Easter? Nothing.
We're going to be getting together and hiding some eggs, and we're going to be doing an Easter egg hunt. We wanted to make sure that you came and celebrated with us.
Well, who is this?
This is Maurice Rosenthal, Ed's grandson. Ed's my grandfather. You probably know Ed, because he's old.
Well, this is so nice of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So this means that you'll come.
Where do you live? I don't drive no more.
Well, we don't live far. Well, that's a good thing. We live in Missouri, in Florissant. We live maybe like 5 minutes away. We can pick you up.
Who all's going to be there?
The whole family is going to be here. We're going to hide the eggs, and the younger people who want to participate in the egg hunt will do the egg hunt, and the old people will probably sit inside and talk about the old days.
And
And we'll have, of course, we're having turkey and stuffing and yams and pudding and fresh bread and corn and all this. She's
sounds
really
good.
going all out, the old lady.
oh, now who is this doing this?
This is my wife,
Yeah,
Betty.
Betty
Right. And I'm Maurice Rosenthal, Ed's grandson.
Rosenthal.
You want me to put Ed on the phone? He says he knows you.
Pardon?
You want me to put Ed on the phone? He says that he knows you and Leonard.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, hang on a second.
Then I want to talk to you again.
Huh?
Then I want to talk to you again.
Okay, we can do that. Let me have him pick up the extension. Hang on a second.
Grandpa, can you pick up the extension in the hallway, please?
Okay. You there?
Yeah.
Okay, you should be picking up in a second.
And what is it?
Hello!
Hello.
Oh my God! It's Leonard's old lady. I remember you.
Who are you now?
This is Ed Rosenthal.
Rosenthal.
Right.
I'll be darned. Were you in the army with Leonard or something?
Right.
I'll be
We're
darned.
old buddies.
Your old buddies.
We're in a club together. All the fellas who had a thumb blown off, we had a club together.
Oh. Yeah. It's been so long I forgot who was with him. Yeah. You live here in the area?
Right, but we haven't spoken in many, many, many years because there was a falling out over a lady many years ago.
Oh, really?
Right.
You mean my husband was falling out about a lady?
Well, I met her first, but she and him always hit it off better, and at the time I was angry that he stole her from me, and we both did some things I'm sure we regret, but we're old now, and we need to let things go, let bygones be bygones, and, you know...
You know what?
What?
I thought I was the only one.
What?
I thought I was his only girl.
Well, that's what every man probably tells his wife. I tell that to my wife.
No, I was with his family. They all said that I was. You're talking about Leonard Smagala?
Right.
And who are you?
Leonard M. Smagala,
And what?
Esquire.
Your name is what?
No, that's Leonard's name, Leonard M. We used to call him Lenny M. because it sounds like a rock star or a wrestler kind of name.
Oh, where did he live?
Lenny M. He lived in Missouri. He's a homebody. He rarely goes far.
Oh, you know what?
What?
There's more than one family of Smagalas.
Well, I'm talking about Lenny M. Is there a Lenny M. Senior or Junior or something? Well, no, because it's about the same age. I mean, what are you trying to pull off here?
Well, I don't know.
You're trying to keep me from Leonard. Is he there?
No.
I haven't spoken to him in so many years, and I don't have a whole lot of time left. But we need to make amends.
Leonard died a long time ago.
What happened? Oh, well...
He died 16 years ago.
Oh, my God. I told you it's been a long time since we've been together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I looked up in the phone book, and I found Leonard Smagala.
Well, there's another Leonard Smagala.
Well, no. I called the number here. I'm looking at it right here. Leonard Smagala from Missouri. That's you. Why do you... Your phone is still in your dead husband's name after 16 years. That's kind of morbid.
I didn't know that. I never looked at it, I guess. No, he died 16 years ago.
I'm sorry if I sound a little upset, but I was looking forward to making amends with Leonard.
Oh, I'm sure he forgave you. Because he was,
Can I ask what happened?
let's see. He had gotten,
Syphilis.
No, a tumor. Cancer.
Where?
In his, male organs.
He's got nut cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And, then he was at,
Well, why didn't you catch that earlier?
well, they did. They
No,
thought
I mean you. You know what your husband's balls are like. You know when they're bigger than they're supposed to be. That's your job to know that.
well, it wasn't exactly all of that either.
What do you mean?
It was all spreading all over.
Oh.
And anyway, so they took him in a hospital, and they tried a radiation. It didn't work, and
They irradiated his balls.
and
Sounds like a sci-fi movie.
and then they had to give him chemotherapy, and that made him sick, and he had to wear a bag for his urinal,
A catheter or something.
catheter,
Right.
and for his bowels he had to wear it on his leg, and then he had one for the urine. He had to wear 2 bags.
Oh, that's awful. That's horrible.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
and
my
he
Lord.
just,
This is sad news.
and he was really felt bad, and he wanted to take a trip to Baja. It's on the Mexican peninsula, and anyway, I think he was making that his last trip, because after that
Well, he made it, right?
he made.
See, I know Lenny. That's what he does.
Mhm.
He
And-
sets his mind to something and he does it. But he doesn't look at steps 2 and 3 too well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Well,
Right.
anyway, he just said that he's no more a man. He's a mechanical man, is what he was saying.
Oh, he was upset that his balls were gone.
No, they weren't gone. They just got bigger, and they had
Well, that's a good thing to get bigger.
they had cancer in them though.
Right.
And then it went into his bones. The
Right.
cancer went into his bones, and it went right up to his chest. He never complained. And one time he said his chest hurts a little. And then when he was real bad, he says, "You don't know how bad it hurts on the top of his head." Cancer went through the bones on his head, and that's what killed him.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that you can talk about it now after all this time.
Yeah, 16 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Well-
And you know what?
What?
Several days ago, I was sitting in family room, and I was feeling so lonesome. And who do you think joined me for a few minutes? Leonard.
You felt the presence of Leonard.
I saw him there.
'Cause I have too.
You have too?
That's what prompted me to call after all these years.
Really?
I thought it was strange, and I didn't want to say anything, otherwise you'd think I'm crazy.
No. This is only about a week ago that he was sitting in his chair in a family room.
This is a sign.
What's the sign?
I think that you and I were destined to meet each other. I think Leonard is trying to make sure that we get to know each other better.
Where do you live?
I gotta get to bed soon, but I live in Florissant, Missouri. I live not 5 minutes from you, and we called. Well, my pretense was that we were going to invite you over for an Easter egg hunt. But really, I wanted to call because Leonard had been appearing to me in dreams, and I saw him once in daylight. I was nodding off, but I don't think I was asleep yet. And Leonard told me to call, and he wrote the number down.
And you got a
Or
number.
maybe I wrote the number down. I don't remember, but there the number was.
What was the number for?
What? It's for the number that I called you here at tonight.
Oh, I'll be darned. Huh. I'll be darned.
Do you believe in the supernatural? Because I really don't.
Yeah, to a certain extent, yeah.
What happened when Leonard appeared to you?
He was just sitting in the chair when I was real lonesome, and he just came to be sitting in a chair, and he just sat there for a little while, and there was a different. He
came home one time, and he was feeling pretty bad, and anyway, he had to have these bags changed all the time. He had these 2 bags, you know, and anyway, he was getting kind of aggravated, and anyway, but he kind of cleared out. I kind of helped him with it, so it kind of helped him get over it, you know. But at the end, the cancer went into his bones, and it went up to his head, and that's what killed him.
Oh, my word.
He just says, you don't know how bad this hurts. That was it.
Well, I'm sorry that you guys had to go through that.
Yeah.
In all the years, in these all 16 years, you've never dated another man?
No, I have church groups that we go together, and I sit with the man all the time on the bus or wherever we go. But I don't go myself with him. But with the group, then we sit together, and even in church we sit together. And
well, you know what I think? I think Leonard knew that you were lonely, knew that I was a good guy, and he knew that we ought to get to talking. So I'm glad that I called tonight, and I'm a little tired, so I'm going to go to bed now. But I'll call you tomorrow, and maybe we'll go on that Easter egg hunt together. Okay?
Where is the Easter egg hunt?
Oh, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Oh, well, I'm going to go to after Mass. You don't go to St. Dismas, do you?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I do.
Maybe we run into each other. What Mass do you usually go?
Listen, I'll talk to you about it tomorrow because I'm very nervous and I'm very tired.
Okay.
Okay, you have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Jeez, some people just don't even want to get off the phone. Tonight is like a blessed night. Everybody I talk to wants to talk and be retarded and stupid on the phone with me. I love it.
Male companionship in 16 years.
Yeah, I know. I know. That is impressive. That's the woman that everyone should marry. The one who, when you die, never has sex again.
Hello?
What's up, man?
Hello? Lego!
Hey.
2 words. I guessed that caller in 2 words. What do I win?
You win a
Barry,
fucking
tell them what they won.
a bloody tampon.
That's it. And I can just imagine the model on stage. You know how they ooh and ah over the merchandise. She's sitting there ooh and ahhing over the tampons sticking out of her bloody butthole.
Right. She reaches between her legs and just fucking pulls this fucking nasty, bloody, dripping fucking pus pocket of a tampon out of her fucking ass.
Out of her ass? Why she got a tampon in her ass? She got a leakage problem.
It's like she couldn't find a butt plug.
So, what's up, my nigga?
I fucking lost my voice. That's why I didn't do my show last night.
I was gonna say, you don't sound good.
Yeah, I picked up like some herpes simplex 10.
You got a cold?
I don't know, dude. I can't take it anymore. Listen, I want to fucking, let's prank somebody.
Okay, it's been a good night so far. We've had good luck so far, so let me see if I can't find you another one.
What the fuck? Who was that last person you were talking to?
It wasn't that trip.
What the fuck was that?
She was so candid and frank about several times about how her husband died and the cancer went to his brain, and he's talking about how you can't imagine the kind of pain I'm in right now. That's a horrible thing to have to say, but she says it with like a complete aplomb.
Cancer of the brain, man. That could fucking really, that could ruin your day.
Yeah. You think I went too far when I was saying it was her fault that he got bog cancer because she didn't recognize his nuts were growing?
Oof. Yeah, that was a little rough. Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know who that was. I thought you knew that person or something.
Nope.
Hey, dude, I got a new Macintosh today.
Sweet.
Yeah, I got a dual G5, 2.3 gigahertz, gig and a half of RAM. And you ready for this? This is like the topper of it all. I got the Apple 23-inch HD cinema display, which I got
awesome.
It's fucking
It's
retarded.
like big screen PC. That's awesome.
It's fucking and the only reason I got it is because I have a client who's upgrading.
High def, of course, right?
So So yes, I have a client who's upgrading. I'm able to manipulate this into the deal. They're buying like 20 computers. So I just kind of like.
So you snuck your monitor in there.
I snuck my monitor and my computer.
Don't say that on the air. People like know who you are, and they'll like try to get you in trouble.
My my client is listening. Fucking, they're in the food industry. What are you worried about?
Yeah. I hate going through all that phone call rigmarole for somebody who got paranoid about a wrong number. What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm having a run of bad luck here. Okay, let's see who else we got here. We got a woman. We got you know what? Let me have you do one of my request pranks, okay? Let me give you the setup. The daughter's name is Tara. The mom's name is Barbara. The dad's name is Melvin. The last name is, and don't repeat it because I'm about to mute the mic. Don't repeat it like unless you need to, like if they demand to ask who you're calling, you know what I mean.
Okay.
Hang on. There you go.
So
And
Melvin, Tara is the daughter.
Tara's the daughter. Melvin and Barbara are the parents, and they're sort of like born again Christians, and they're the girl that wanted me to prank her parents. We don't really want to prank Tara. We want to prank the parents.
Okay.
Because
Go ahead,
they won't let the daughters hang out together because she thinks that the other daughter is like slutty and easy and stuff like that. And in all actuality, she probably is.
Which daughter?
Huh? Tara.
Daughter?
We're only talking about one daughter.
Tara's the slut.
No. Tara's like the good girl, and the parents are all uptight because they don't want Tara to hang out with her friend. And I'm not going to give you her name because I'm not supposed to mention her.
Oh, okay. So what? I can't make a prank about that.
Well, sure you can. Be creative.
Okay,
you got born-again Christian parents.
Go ahead. I got something. Go ahead.
Well, here's a little more information. Tara, they think Tara is like a goody little two-shoes, but actually she is a little slut.
Okay.
She goes out to bars and gets fucked every night and shit like that.
Okay.
That'll make it easy.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. Hey, who's this, Barbara?
Yes?
Barbara, how you doing? My name is Eddie Maitland.
Yes?
How you doing?
It's 10 to 12.
Yeah, I had to call you, you know.
What's wrong?
No, there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all. I just wanted to tell you that I've been seeing your daughter. And,
Seeing my daughter?
Yeah.
And?
Yeah. Well, you know, I met her about a month ago at a party.
Yes?
And so we've been secretly seeing each other, and she didn't really want to tell you guys about me.
Secretly seeing each other?
Yes.
Why do you have to...
I wanted to let you guys... Well, you know what it is? I'll tell you why. Because we're religious Jewish people, and she was afraid that you guys would get mad.
I don't understand at all. Are you with her now?
No, I'm not with her right now because we had a fight tonight because I said, you know, it's time you tell your parents about me.
You sound much older than she is.
Yeah, I am. I'm 22.
Oh, that's not much. I'm not understanding this at all.
Yeah, well, no, I wanted
What do you mean a religious Jew?
Well, you know, my parents are Hasidic.
This sounds like a crazy story.
Yeah.
Well, we're Jewish.
I don't follow. What's the matter?
We're Jewish, but...
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Oh, okay, because the word I got was you guys were like born again or something.
No, we're Jewish, but if your parents are Hasidic...
Yeah, but I'm not Hasidic. I don't follow it. And I got a whole thing going on with them.
Well, the whole point is this is not you're not putting me on, are you? I mean,
no, this is Eddie. I'm telling you, I met your daughter like about a month and a half ago at a party.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been like, you know, secretly seeing each other, and you know, it's been going really nice. But she was afraid to introduce me because of the religious thing, I guess. I don't know. So I wanted to, we had a fight about it tonight. I just wanted to let you guys know and let the cat out of the bag. And if you don't want me to see her anymore, I won't.
Well, this is news to me. This is news to me. I mean, it would be nice if we could meet. I don't know anything about you, and I really see. I'm from the old school. You know what I mean? I don't understand any of this at all. I mean, I appreciate you calling, but
yeah, well, no, because I wanted to take the relationship to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that.
Well, that's why I wanted to call and say hello to you guys. But I wanted to, I was thinking because we've been getting along great. We have so much in common, and I'm just thinking that there might be a future for us.
I'm like, this is so unusual, and I appreciate that you're calling. And
I didn't want to get you or your husband mad, and I just, it's really weird because, she kept me in, she's really kept me in the dark, and I told her, I said, look, at this point, we might as well tell everybody, and, because my parents, they're going to freak out, but I don't care.
Where are you? Well, first,
they're already having problems with me. I'm going to school anyway.
You know what's so Eddie? You know what's so interesting about this? And I'm Jewish, and it's not only in name only, but we're not Orthodox. We're not strict. I know who I am. You know what I mean? And
right, so you don't keep a kosher house or anything.
No. But if you're saying that your parents are Hasidic, that's like going with somebody that isn't Jewish. Because that's as far as I remember. That.
Yeah, well, it's a real problem. In fact,
where are you from? Because
I'm down the way. They called the police on me a few weeks ago.
Who's that? Your parents?
Yeah, they threw me out of the house and everything. It was a whole thing. But it's because what it is. It's what happened was. You ever hear of this guy Matziyahu?
I'm not sure.
Matziyahu, yeah, he's a rapper, and he's
a Jewish rapper.
Right, he's a Hasidic Jewish rapper.
I'm not familiar. See, you know what? I'm from New York.
He's very popular. He opens for Bon Jovi and Van Halen.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Yeah, so anyway, I got involved with him, okay? I was in school, but I was in medical school, but I got out of there, and I got involved with Matziyahu, and I did a film documentary with him that won second prize at the Sundance Film Festival, and then, what's his name? Robert Redford wanted to give me an endorsement to keep making films.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
But my parents wouldn't let me do it because they wanted me to finish school. And but it was it's a big opportunity here because I could be the next Steven Spielberg. I have this idea for a whole other series of Star Wars movies.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
But anyway, this is all that's going on in my life right now. But the only good thing I have is Tara.
You didn't know that she was Jewish?
Well, I think, she didn't really tell me what was, she knew my situation, so I think she was hiding things from me, It's very bizarre, but I told her tonight.
This whole conversation is bizarre.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we got to break the ice and I got to tell you because, your daughter, she's a good girl. She's got a little wild side to her. I'm sure you're aware of that.
The drinking, you mean?
Yeah, the drinking and, and whatever else she's got going on.
Well,
she should really take, it's okay to a little bit, but she should really not, she's a real weekend warrior,
Oh, I understand what you mean. We're very displeased about that.
Yeah, she, when I first met her, from what, she told me she had 3 or 4 boyfriends and, she's with this guy, with that guy, and then she was drinking and smoking and what have you. I don't know. I'll drink a little, but I won't do. Matziyahu, he's totally against anything else. A little Manischewitz here and there.
I'll have to look him up on the internet.
Oh, he's huge. Matsuyahu. He's the only Jewish rapper that's in reggae. He was on Jay Leno just like a week ago, and Jay Leno said to him, well, what if you were like Don Kirshner wanted to book you at Madison Square Garden on Friday night for $1 million? Would you do it? And he said, no way. He won't do it on the Shabbos.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's just amazing. See, I'm from
Brooklyn. He would turn down $1 million gig because of the Shabbos.
Holy cow!
I wouldn't, but my parents would disown me. So anyway, I've been traveling all around with Matsuyahu. We just did a whole country tour, and we're going to be going to Japan for 2 weeks. And I was wondering, if Tara can go with me.
To Japan?
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
Oh, for God's sakes! Your name is Eddie Matlin. I can't believe this. I can't.
Yeah, well, that's why because that's she's a little out of hand, and she drank a little tonight, and it's tough to she's got a strong head, your daughter, and it's I mean, we really care about each other, but she's she's a little crazy.
Where did she drink? Where was this?
Well, you know what? Speak to her. I don't want to. Maybe I said too much as it is.
No, I'm not naive. I'm not naive, but I'm glad that you called. I'm going to talk to my daughter about this whole thing.
Okay, and I'm sorry for calling so late. You know what? I'll give you a buzz. I'm going to call you back anyway, and let Tara know I'll call her tomorrow, and we'll straighten the whole thing out. All right, and maybe I can get you. If I can put it on the whole thing, because we're gonna go to Japan, Beijing. We're gonna do like a 2-week tour. We're gonna play probably 4 or 5 stadiums, do TV, radio, the whole thing. It'll be a very exciting situation, and it's gonna open up a whole new. The Japanese are very into Matsuyahu. In fact, the whole culture is getting into Judaism now because of it.
Oh, well.
Like the whole young generation over there.
They're all very celebrities, but you see that's the Kabbalah. That's something different.
He's totally right. He totally raps the Kabbalah. It's all about the Kabbalah. It's all about it. Yeah, it's good. It's good, the Kabbalah. They say my parents, they won't do the Kabbalah. You know why? Because my parents say that they're not. In order to really study the Kabbalah, you have to be an old Jewish soul. You have to really have a certain, thing about you. They say the Kabbalah could be, if it gets into the wrong hands, it could be a real problem. It could be a real problem. Then they get into all that Scientology crap.
Oh, you mean like, what is that, John Travolta and Tom Cruise?
Yeah, because that's where the Kabbalah originated. They say, they don't prove that, but they say that they got that from Scientology, John Travolta, Church of Scientology.
Yeah. Well,
and I personally, I don't go with that stuff. I think that's a cult.
Oh, you have a point there. Yeah,
the next thing you know, they're all gonna drink a bunch of Kool-Aid and wind up dead somewhere.
Oh my God.
God forbid.
God forbid is right. Yeah.
All right, Barbara. So listen, I'm glad we had this conversation. And speak to Tara. At this point, she'll fill you in with everything. And if there's any problem, I'll give a buzz. I'm going to call her tomorrow. I'll speak to you during the week. Think about the Japan thing. I just want to make sure I have your blessings. I think this thing could really turn into a big thing. I could give your daughter a good life.
Well, I'm like stumbling here because we haven't.
If it works out.
Let me talk to her, and we'll take it from there. But I do appreciate you calling.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Barbara.
Take
Thank
care.
you so much. You too. I love you.
Bye-bye.
There you go. That was awesome. Big plenty of applause.
Oh my God! You know what?
You kept adding more shit and stringing her along more and more and more. That was a master at work right there.
Let me just tell you right now, That girl is getting her fucking ass kicked when she
That was kind of sort of the point.
Oh my God! I wish. You know what? And I didn't. That's why I didn't want to turn it too much into like where she'd know.
What, you really wanted to get her ass beat?
So, dude, you could tell her friend who put us up to the prank. She's dead. She's totally fucking done. When she gets home tonight, she's gonna get her ass fucking. Her mother's gonna start going about Japan and Matsuyahu and.
They're gonna lock her up. Oh man, he's all about the Kabbalah.
Alright. Well,
there you go. Thank you for cracking me. Did you hear me laughing in the background there during the call?
I
could probably hear it better than the listeners probably could hear it better than she could.
Yeah, probably. I was on such a ramble. I didn't, you know.
You tuning me out.
I was trying to take it to the next, you know, to the next thing. But
there you go, taking it to the next level tonight.
Anyway, thank you for having me on. I'm sorry I missed it. As you can hear, everybody, I'm all fucked up.
You do sound better now than when you first called.
Yeah, no, it's
the power of prank. That's what it is.
It's the power of prank, man. See, we got to keep the pranks going. But all right, man. You know, everything is good. It's all good and good. Zolar called me last night. He was pissed off.
About what?
He left me a message. He goes, "You're fucking kidding me, you fuck," and hung up.
About what?
Not doing the show.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, he's all pissed up. So you know what I say to Zolar? You know, I say, listen, you know, he's all on the round table and he's getting all like fakak now, and so you know he's all on Howard Stern's dicky. So.
Oh, I didn't get to listen to it last night. Was it good?
Yeah, I didn't get to listen to it. I was not feeling good and I was just taking it easy. So.
You're one of those typical sickly Jews.
Dude, you know what it is? I've just been working too much. Listen, do me a favor.
What?
I'd like to hear that. Put that up, that prank. That was funny.
Yeah. Well, I have somebody who's recording the show tonight and helping out by doing the editing for me from now on.
Yeah, so send me an MP3 of that. I'd love to hear that because I think that was kind of like
I'll post that shit.
Funny.
Yeah.
That's funny as hell.
Okay, cool.
All right, you know we love you. You know we miss you, and I'll fucking, you know, I'll see you. I'll speak to you during the week. Maybe I'll go on one day during the week if I get a fucking minute to breathe here.
Cool. Let me know if you see me around or call me and let me know so I can listen.
You got it, bro.
You
got it, bro. Good night.
Because I'm seeing a lot of negativity going on in the chat room between people who like me and people who like Zolar. Look, it's if anything, it demonstrates the great variety that exists in the realm of prank calls, because that's what we're all about getting people to recognize and realize that prank phone calls is just like stand-up comedy or pratfalls or vaudeville or any other kind of comedy. Okay, hang on. Don't say anything yet. I'm going to see how quick I can find your theme music. Okay. Too bad I can't play any theme music for me trying to find the theme music. Just a second. I should have this open at all times for when people call in. Fuck, I didn't do yours yet. Never mind. Zolar!
Oh my God, what's happening there?
I think I might be too stoned to do a show. How's it going on your end? People seem to be liking it. I'm having fun.
People seem to what?
Seem to be liking it. Yeah, I really am drunk, aren't I? I can't even talk right.
Yeah, I was thinking the show's going good. I don't understand what the, self-consciousness is about. Going pretty good tonight.
I don't know. I see a lot of people talking shit about you in the chat room, so you gotta go in there and lay some smack down.
That's why I called in. I wanted to know what I missed.
Well, I'm not in the chat room, so if you had been there, you'd be able to scroll up and look.
What I missed?
No, somebody will send it to you. Because I'd only read like bits and pieces.
Well, what did you read that made you say that?
I saw somebody asking why are there so many negative people against Zolar in here tonight. And it looks to me like all the same people who were here last night. So last night they're probably talking shit about me, and tonight they're talking shit about you, and I think they want to fight. So let's fight.
I don't remember.
Your mama's got a wooden leg with a kickstand.
Oh yeah, well, your mama's so fat that when she's on the beach, people sit around her for shade.
Oh, that was funnier than mine.
Oh, Christ, man.
So, what's up
anyway,
with you?
No, listen, I called in to say I'm not going to be doing any more shows on Friday night.
Really?
Yeah, I can't do it anymore.
Oh, that sucks.
It's been almost a year, and, now the fucking nice weather's coming, and people are demanding my presence and stuff like that. And I fucking, I miss out on a lot of cool shit that's happening, especially now that the weather's coming in.
No, I know you're a knee-jerk kind of guy. I think something that I said tonight pissed you off so that you're saying this.
No.
Or you're pissed off that there's people out there who are being negative about you. Everybody gets that.
No, it's not that, man, because, like I said, over the winter, it never really took off to be like, a big audience. It never built any bigger.
I know.
And now it's just going to get worse, and I'm not going to fucking give up my Friday nights. I got a lot of invitations and a lot of nice places to go, and,
Yeah, you're right.
Shit that I'm supposed to do for the entire weekend starting, like, Friday.
The only reason we really do this is because we enjoy doing it, really.
Yeah, and if
So if you don't enjoy doing your show?
No, I do. I really do. But the whole thing is I'm missing out on some really fucking cool shit where my networking is starting to fucking suffer from it.
Oh, okay. Well, keep the info. You can do a show whenever you want.
Oh, yeah, totally, man. I would love to do a show, when it's not being done by somebody else or whatever it is. But as it stands, this Friday for sure, I'm not going to be doing Solar Vision because
instead of saying that you're not going to do it again, why don't you just take a couple weeks off? And then by that time, you'll probably be missing it and wanting to do it again, at least every once in a while.
But again, I just don't want to, leave that spot to me. If anybody wants to go on that night, when there's fucking 50 available people that you definitely know are sitting around not doing anything on a Friday night,
Yeah, but you're right, it's only 50 people. Fuck them.
No, don't fuck them. I mean, I like them all. So
you're right, though. I wish you would go somewhere. I wish more people knew about internet radio. I wish more people listened. I think if more people knew about us, I think they would love it. But how do you get the word out there? We can't get the word out there.
Well, I've done everything I can. I tried my ass off.
Oh, I've been doing it for years.
I've been almost a year on this. We're going on like the 8th month.
Yeah, I know.
And, but fucking Carlito, I'm sure, would love to be on Friday nights.
I think he likes competing against Blackout on Thursday.
Yeah, well, you know what? If he feels like doing like a Friday night, and if I'm around on a Thursday night, I'll pop in and do whatever he wants, you know what I mean? But I think he's next in line.
Is this another April Fool's joke?
No, April Fool's is only on the 1st.
Well, that sucks. Now I'm bummed. You just brought the show to like a screeching halt.
Oh, that sucks, man. I didn't mean to do that. I'm bitching about you now because they fucking gonna have you and Carlito. They gotta fucking be with you. But,
so what happened? Did you have a full-time gig over at the Stern Fan Network or what?
No, that's not happening. But like I said, my networking is starting to go down, man. All these people are starting to miss me, and there's things I want to do for the entire weekend where I can't leave on a Friday because I got this big, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't blame you. I feel the same thing all the time about Saturday.
I missed out on 8 months worth of shit, but I didn't mind so much because it was shitty weather, and I don't really like the winter too much.
So come back next winter.
Yeah, totally. That'll be for sure, man. Wintertime when I'm in.
So let's just say Zolar's going on the hiatus for now.
Yeah. I'm gonna hide my hiatus.
Well, you'd probably still be calling into every show anyway.
Totally, man. When it's 10 o'clock, I'll be fucking giving you a call on a fucking Saturday, and if Carlito would like to take over a Friday, I'd love to call in on a Friday night and spend 20 minutes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, totally will. And,
not as awesome as having you on the air during the show.
Yeah, well, and again, I'll pop in when I can, that'll be awesome.
What specifically happened that helped you make up your mind?
Well, last night I was doing the show, and I'm saying to myself, all my friends are fucking begging me to go to this club, man, where we were getting treated like fucking kings, man. I mean, it was going to be all fucking nudity for free, and fucking drinks for free, and, all these party materials for free. Everybody's driving around in limos, and I'm doing a fucking show on the internet.
Right.
And they were dying for me to come. They were like, get the fuck out of here. You're sitting home on a goddamn computer. What are you, retarded? And I'm starting to feel retarded, I'm like here on Friday night with fucking, my computer in front of me. No one's here. I'm not partying. It's not taking off to be any big success or anything like that,
You're right. It's not something that you do as you want to be a big success. You just do it because you like it. Me, I do it because I recorded the prank calls and sell CDs later.
I would definitely enjoy fucking living up my, status, like in New York, people all know who the fuck I am. They all want me to show up places. I'm literally...
Yeah, really, why don't you have an agent? Like, Beetlejuice gets booked for gigs. You could get booked for gigs and bring skanks to strip and shit. You could do that.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I do get appearance offers. Come on down, we'll give you $250. You could drink for free. I can do that anytime.
that all they get paid? For, like, the public appearances? Like, Hank the Dwarf and, like, Hypoceric and shit?
No, that's all Zolar can get paid.
Oh, okay.
I ain't anybody, you know what I mean? But if I was to put some kind of, like, act together, I'm sure I could sell it for fucking $2,500.
To change the subject completely, back to the Stern Fan Roundtable. I want to say I enjoyed it a lot more than the first show. As much as I enjoyed the first one, I liked you a lot more in the second show. Because you were a lot more, like, abrasive, and it's, like, more the Zolar character than it was before.
Yeah, well, the thing is at first when I went there, I just wanted to, you know, coincide and let them get used to me. The second time you get a little more abrasive. Before you know it, I'll be taking over the home.
Right. So what was the vibe like after the show? Because at one point, you can hear somebody else on the couch, I don't know who it was, but somebody says to you, what's wrong with you? Oh shit, the phone is beeping. Honey? Honey? Can you bring me the other phone? Okay, Zolar, the phone's going to die in a second, so we're going to switch phones here.
Okay. Yeah, that was Maloof. His name was Maloof.
So he had a problem with you, but what was the vibe from everybody at Sirius, like after the show?
Well,
Well, hang on a second, I'm about to switch phones. Okay, you there?
Yeah, no, I was sitting with the girl, and then I was making fun of the other guy's voice, and then I said something about Maloof's eyebrows, and that's when he said, what's wrong with you? You know, like, you're like fucking with everybody. What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
You know,
But what was the vibe from everybody else?
Everybody knew it was just, you know, shtick, and they all dug it completely. We hugged and took pictures afterwards. And
Mutt dug it?
Yeah, everybody dug it. They all wanted to have friends
Cool.
afterwards to go out, and Mutt invited me back on another day. I think it's the 20th.
You're doing it again on the 20th?
I think so.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's not this Friday or Thursday. It's the
And it
following.
wasn't even you this time. I forgot about the show, so I forgot to call in. But Mutt mentioned PCU and Zolar Vision, and I thought that might get some new people to listen, but it didn't. And you know.
No, it didn't. I was like, Mutt said, you know, save that for Zolar Vision.
Right.
And then I said, yeah, PCU.
Right. So everybody could go Google Zolar Vision and PCU, and they'd find you.
Oh, so there you go. Is that true? Is that how it happens?
Right. If they wanted to, that's what they would do. Right.
Oh, see, there you go. Because I was surprised that nobody was able to fucking put the two and two together. And at the end, when they were doing the song on the outro, I said, you know, visit Zolar.com.
Right.
You know, at least some trickle off will come from that when they see the sign listen and they click on it and all of a sudden they're on our station, you know?
It's internet radio, though. It's like nobody listens to fucking internet radio, and it's the world's greatest invention, but nobody knows about it.
Yeah, here we are with the same exact format, the satellite, and fucking, it's free.
Right.
You know, so it's even better.
I know, exactly.
You know, you can't get a fucking audience, you know what I mean? You
Exactly.
come up tonight, you know, I'm out of the loop.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I don't blame you. I'm sure you'll be back.
Yeah.
Because I know you, like you said, you've been doing radio since CB days, just because you enjoy doing it.
Oh yeah, definitely. There'll be times when I'll be dying to do it and shit like that. And I'll
And
have
take clips from your show and shop them around, man. You had all this time to record all that shit. Now go through it, and you can shop that shit around as like a demo CD and get yourself a gig somewhere.
Yeah, if there's anybody who's an entrepreneur out there, I could zip file, like, you know, one of the shows that I did over the last 8 months, and you could take your time going through it, finding out what, you know, by your perspective, what's the funniest material, put together compilation CDs or whatever, and we could market it, and then we can go and make some.
Where's Dr. Lego? He said he's a record producer. Get him in on that shit.
Well, he can't even fucking get his phone shit up and around. Fucking guy.
Okay, well, Zolar, I'm sorry to hear that you're leaving us, but I know you'll be back.
Yeah, definitely. It's not like I hate anybody.
And we'll be hearing from you on all the shows. You'll still be calling in, right?
Oh, totally. And I love Carlito, and I fucking love the fact that I had this, you know, opportunity to do all this, and that it's still there available to me. When I do have a Friday night, I'm not doing anything. It'll be great.
Well, we're here for you. As long as you want to be involved, we'll be here for you.
No doubt.
Okay, peace out, my nigga.
All right, everybody. I love you all in a non-gay sexual way. This is what I was saying. Are you there?
Well, I gotta say, I feel like I'm sort of in shock, because I totally didn't expect that. I thought Zolar understood that this is something that really probably isn't gonna ever go anywhere. unless it gets promoted big time in a big way. Because it's internet radio, it's like a new thing. Maybe someday your car radio will be able to tune into internet radio, but I'm sure the satellite companies are going to want to stop that from happening, and terrestrial radio companies are going to want to stop that from happening, and the FCC is going to want to stop that from happening. So what you're listening to now, internet radio, is never going to go anywhere. It is the CB of the new generation. You get a couple more people if you're good. But it's still basically CB. And we only do it for fun, and in my case, I do it because it's the only time I can motivate myself and force myself to do prank calls and record them and sell them on CDs later on. See, that could have turned into something that I had to bother with. But they worked it out amongst themselves. Anyway, let's do some prank calls. Fuck, it's been a long time since I did a prank call, and we only got a half hour left. Milkman, you are on the air.
Hey, what are you saying, KDK, man? You rock, bro.
Milkman, what are your thoughts on Zolar just sandbagging us for telling us that he quits?
Oh my God, Zolar is quit. I mean, Zolar.
Are you listening?
Oh hell yeah, I'm listening. Hell yeah, I'm listening. This is ground shaking, man. I'm still like sitting here quivering in my sandals, man. I mean, it's like a storm just hit my damn coconut tree. I gotta get nailed with the coconut.
I know, this totally sucks.
If Zolar is really not going to be able to come around, it's fucking major blow, man. I mean, I love Zolar. Zolar is edgy. Zolar is a wild man. Zolar is intelligent. Zolar is quick-witted.
You know what I love about Zolar is he's like the perfect opposite of me.
He is. I mean, he's like a mirror opposite in a lot of ways.
He says a lot of things that I want to do, but I feel like I can't do or shouldn't do. You know,
he's almost an antithesis. I mean, he's got a lot of talent and common traits with you, but he also has some different styles and meanderings. You know, that he goes in the direction that you don't go, and you go in the direction he don't go, and it's complementary to each other, really, because it's a brilliant contrast. But if he really is going to, if he's really not going to be on, which I think Zolar, I mean, I know he's probably burnt out. I know he's been busy.
Well, I can't blame him because
he's got a big career on the line. I know that. I can hear him on the
phone. He can go out and party and schmooze and network with
people. Right.
Instead, he's wasting his time with us idiots.
Well, he's not wasting his time. He's just, you know, he's biding his time. He's recharged himself. He's retooled himself from being called in to Stern and being in command of a show and stuff. And I think he's done well. He's came a long way since the first time I heard him screaming in the phone. I mean, first time I heard him, I was like, who the hell was that? Jesus Christ. And then after I listened to it, this motherfucker is insane. He's intelligent. He's crazy. He's busting my gut. And I've been a Zolar fan since day one, man. I love Zolar. But, you know, if he gets a chance to network and schmooze, I agree. It's probably a good idea. You know, at the same time, he may get a little burnt out with that, you know, and I would hope that he would come and visit and hang out and, you know, like you said, maybe do an hour show here. Hell, Wednesdays is right now is still open. Monday's dead as a fly on a turd. I mean, you know, there's nothing going on. And Sundays is pretty well an open ticket. I mean, there's a lot of days that aren't even spoken for that he could just jump in and do an hour show. You know, I mean, he may be sitting home and even like, damn, work sucked today. Your son's party gone. Let me get on there and raise some hell and get some people called. You know?
Yeah,
I mean,
that'd be great.
You know, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities out there. You know, even if he doesn't want to take Friday, and Friday night he can go out and party his ass off, go out to hook up some crazy bitches, man, down in the
one
big
of the things
deal.
I always admired about Zolar is how reliable he was. He was the only person as reliable as me. Well, I guess Carlito is too.
Yeah,
they're all really reliable.
Definitely, man. You're always true blue. Zolar's true blue. You can count on several hours out of him. If he says he can't be on, he even usually stretches what he says he's going to do and provides a good show. Carlito will always show up. I mean, I think we've been off maybe once. We played a replay. So, I mean, there's several dedicated people on here. Lego is dedicated. He's a working man. He's dedicated to his job.
God bless Lego.
He's dedicated to a server, and, you know...
realize how lucky we are to have somebody who's on the same page.
What he gives us...
think the way Zolar does, that this is all a waste of time.
I mean, what he does is he allows us to contact everybody in this world that's part of our community with your brilliant idea.
Yeah, right. He has become Prank the World.
He is. He's he's definitely an integral part of this whole mission and community, man. And I'm really happy that we have Dr. Lego on. And I
And that was a
understand
great call he did tonight too.
yeah, I understand he's a businessman, and sometimes he's got his other duties.
Business people are the type of people who exactly need an outlet, like being able to do a prank call and actually
get crazy and blow off. Maybe get in somebody's face
and go back to your hard-edged job.
Right, focus on like that bitch you had to deal with all day and smile and look at her face. Yes. And you go out, pretend like you just called her and just call her everything from a plum cunt to let's just take you out.
Big fat hairy pussy.
Yeah, big fat hairy pussy. Or a fucking Tita's dick. I mean, the multitudes of manifestations of anger and projected ferocity. It could turn into anything. But I'm really thankful we have Lego. Lego has done a wonderful job at keeping our steam up and getting us out to the world.
Really, anytime the stream has gone down, it's been my fault.
Well, hey, stuff happens. I've called Lego a couple times.
Lego has been consistently reliable. That server has never crashed. As far as I know, it's never ever crashed. Anytime the stream has been down, it's because of me.
I mean, if I've had, the one time I called recently, we had a small little problem. I don't know which end it was on, but when I couldn't get you, Lego was on the phone, and by God, within 20 seconds, we got in no matter what. Whoever end it was, I don't know, but Lego can make sure that if it's on his end, that he can push the buttons, and we're off to the moon. Thank God for Lego, man.
Yes, thank God for Lego. Did you want to prank somebody tonight, Milkman?
Hell, I'll give her a shot. I don't give a shit. Hell yeah.
I'm going to give you an Arab woman named Shireen Missouri.
All right.
Of Michigan, Saginaw, Michigan.
Okay, Shireen Missouri.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, hello. May I speak with Shireen Missouri? Yes, hello? Miss Missouri?
Hello?
Hello, yes. Miss Missouri.
Who?
Yes, I tried to get a hold of Miss Missouri. My name is Ivan. Ivan Kola. I received a package from my groceries, and they had a bunch of tortillas and food in my bag, and I said, I did not purchase this. I did not purchase this food.
Excuse me, who are you trying to reach?
Najori. I'm trying to reach Miss Najori. The grocery man told me that you have my bag. I'm looking for my bag, and I have misplaced...
Who is Missouri? Which Missouri?
Yes, Yarim Najori. I'm trying to find the person that has my bag of food. We've got our bags mixed up with the
number.
Who am I speaking with?
I don't know who you're trying to call, but you have the wrong number.
This is the number that the grocery man told me to call you because...
Which grocery man?
The grocery, it's Walmart. They told me that our groceries can be...
I'm sorry, we don't have any Walmart. I don't own any Walmart or anything. I don't know who you're trying to reach.
You don't shop at the Walmart, but they told me that you have my groceries. I must find them.
I'm sorry, you have the wrong number. I don't know who you're trying to reach.
I will trade you what I have in my bag. I have a bunch of tortillas.
I don't know who you're trying to reach. I apologize, but you should go and because you have the wrong number.
Yes, ma'am, but the man told me to... I knew Walmart, but I was like, please let me Walmart. Alright, I sucked, but all else was fun, man.
It was funny. I was playing the applause for you in the background. That was good.
Thank you for using Sprint.
And let's see who we're going to call next. I'm going back to, let me see if there's any new numbers coming in. Hunter is saying, how's it going, KDK? I did everything. I told everyone, hey, news with Tight Radio. I asked Carl's Jr. They're going to sponsor me. I'm not sure what that means. I was being sarcastic, you crazy guy, says Carlito. I'm not sure what he's referring to either. Jupe says, I'm going to spread the word as a host. I'll go to school with 2,000 people in it. I'm a semi-popular kid, but certainly not a fucking nerd. I can spread the word right. Okay, go ahead. Spread the word. Get everybody, put a link for, what is it? KDK Pranks. on MySpace. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna have to redo that one of these days as soon as I'm like insanely bored and don't know what to do with myself, which should probably be tomorrow. Okay, let's see who we're gonna call. Lonesome Loser. Back to Lonesome Loser. He always bails us out. God bless Lonesome Loser. God bless Zolar, Lonesome Loser, and Dr. Lego tonight. An old, funny-sounding Arab guy. Okay, that's right up my fucking alley. Oh, man.
Welcome.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side?
Please state is
Rainbows
July 8,
are visions, but only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some
minutes available for this call. Please hold while we connect your call.
Oh, fuck. Bastard. Hello, how are you doing, dear? Is this Mohammed?
Huh?
Is this Mohammed?
What do you want?
Sadiq told me to call. It's Joe Rosenthal.
Huh?
Listen, it's been quite a while since we've heard from you, and I wanted to remind you that we're awaiting your instructions, and we're ready to act on a moment's notice. Me and Betty and Myrtle and Loretta, we're all ready, and we're ready to rage jihad against the man. You let us know when you're ready to go. I'm trying to remind you that we're still here, and we're not too old. You know, in many ways, our elderness is our strength. Because people wouldn't suspect an elderly lady of a lot of stuff, you know what I mean?
No.
Can you speak up, please? I can't hardly hear you.
I don't speak you.
You don't speak English?
No.
Oh, you want me to talk to you in Aramaic? Or Arabic? Or whatever the hell you guys speak?
No Arabic.
Okay, Allah Akbar. Durga, Muhammad Jihad. It's kill. And I'm Jewish. Hello. JDK's Lunatic Finger on the AM.
I happen to be a Kermit the Frog expert.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I basically went to school for that.
So,
2 years.
did you know him during the time that he wrote The Rainbow Connection? Did you know that Kermit was gay?
Yeah, well, basically, I know him and Cookie Monster had a thing for 2 years, but it didn't work out.
What's up, Lego?
You know, I'm just going to say that I don't think, I think Zola was in a weird mood tonight and everything, and I really don't think he's going to,
Because of the kind of person I am, I always think it's my fault or something I said or did wrong. Did I do or say anything wrong?
No. Listen,
I'm always afraid people are misreading my intentions or misinterpreting.
Here's the deal, man. So, I mean, he's been doing the Friday night show pretty much straight. I mean, he took a couple of nights off over the past 8-9 months.
No, he took one night off, and all the
I think
time
two.
he's been
I think it was two. I think it was 2 nights.
I don't remember, but
neither here or there.
But still, he was very reliable.
Yeah, no, he's amazing. He's brought a lot of amazing prank calls. He's inspired me. And, oh wait, he's calling. Hold on, let me see if I can conference him. Hold Okay, he's going to call me back. I can't conference him with this. But anyway, so what I was going to say is that, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I was just going to say that I really feel that he's probably, he's just, a little burnt, and he's going to take a little hiatus, maybe a week or two, whatever.
Right.
But the bottom line is, I really believe that he loves to do the prank calls, and that he's just a little burnt out, just like you get, like I get, and he's going to be fine. Zolar Vision is not going anywhere. It's just going to take a little break, and it'll be back with his fucking sick, crazy, funny ass humor. And that's the bottom line. And you know what, bro? I wish him. I only hope that something happens for him. Like, if anyone deserves the show at Sirius Radio, it's him.
Right. Out of any of the whack packers, he's the only one who's actually gone out of his way to prove he could do it.
Yeah, no, he's funnier than any of those fucking guys. I mean, he's definitely a real deal personality. Bro, he should replace David Lee Roth on K-Rock as far as I'm concerned.
Totally, at least.
No, but
But the problem is getting the word out there, getting people, if he could have listeners isolate, like, highlights from his show, and he could get people to listen to that shit, they'd be like, oh, wow, this is different.
Yeah, well, dude,
Maybe
Jim
you gotta
Brewer,
back off a little on, like, obviously you gotta back off on the cursing, but the harassment. You probably couldn't even do prank calls on Real Radio anyway.
Well, now, I'll tell you a story. Years ago, before Howard Stern was even considering going on Sirius, I had a friend up there, and we were trying to get Prank the World. This is when Prank the World still kind of existed, and Sirius Radio was in its infancy.
Uh-huh.
And we tried to get Prank the World up on Sirius, and they loved it. And the whole problem was they were worried about the fucking suing people. And
right, exactly.
But you know what? I don't know. At this stage of the game, my philosophy is
so you record the pranks off the air, you get their permission, then you play them.
A lot of people won't give permission, though.
Well, that's okay. That's fine too.
But there's something to say about doing it live.
You can tell them, okay, I'll give you $100 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, and Sirius definitely has the money, even though they're losing money, but they have the money.
No.
So anyway,
come on. $4 million times $13 a month, they're making some money.
Yeah, but they have a big overhead, bro. They
I know. Of course they have a big overhead, but they also sold all those units. Like, at least the average, like $50 a pop for the units, $4 million.
Yeah, but they're still. If you look at the stock, they're still losing. Right. But anyway, I was going to say, that, seriously, I wouldn't, everyone in the chat room and everybody listening, and I really wouldn't take it to heart. I wouldn't worry about it, and I wouldn't write Zolar off. I would just say,
right. Keep coming back on Friday because you never know.
Give the guy a minute to breathe. He's done a great job for a long time, and
I think he feels unappreciated.
Yeah, he's got. Well, no, you know what? I think maybe he does. I don't know. I appreciate him. I think a lot of people out there really do appreciate him. Look, not everybody's going to like everybody's exact type of humor. My humor's a little. I'm more. I like to be vulgar, but I think Zolar is the king of being vulgar, and I got to tell you, I love that. That's what I love about him is he's shocking and vulgar.
Right.
And I like to go that way too, but I don't have the skill he has for that, and that's why I kind of look up to him in some ways. Your sense of your humor is hilarious. I mean, there's a lot of times I'm listening. The only show you ever did I didn't like was the one where you were all upset and shit. I felt pretty bad. but even that had a certain sense of humor to it. No, but and Carlito fucking hilarious. He's been off the hook lately. I haven't heard Sean Ward in a while, but
he's good. When he's on, he's good.
I know he's fun. You know what? The first couple of shows I was like, I don't know, and then I started listening to him, and I got to like him. I think he's funny.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's got his own style. So I think we have a nice variety of different comedy here, and I think people should really realize what's going on here. I mean, we are
they really
in a way.
Should, but how do we do? How do we go about letting people know that we're out here?
Post on Craigslist is a big thing. I've been doing that before my shows.
These are suggestions for the listeners because the hosts We put a lot of time into this shit already. And this
takes
is what
guys,
we're asking you guys to do. Spread the word.
It takes 2 minutes to post a message on Craigslist.
Right. Everybody wants to act like they're too scary important to go bother trying to help something that they like, and they want to keep it around.
And I'll tell you a funny thing.
Only a couple weeks ago, I was saying basically the same thing that Zolar was saying tonight, because that's something I feel all the time. Why do I keep doing this? Because I have enough material for 10 CDs at this point, and nobody ever shows up anyway. Well, not that nobody ever shows up, but so few people show up that it's like disheartening. Like I'm going backwards. I have less people now than I had like 3 months ago.
Well, yeah, I think I just checked a few minutes ago. There was like 55 people listening.
That's fucking terrible.
But listen, the bottom line is that
we're talking the entire world here. We're not talking.
I know. Listen to me. Go to Craigslist before a show's going to start. Go to Craigslist. Post in the casual sex area because that's one of the ones that gets read a lot.
We don't want to trick people into going to PC. We want to reach an audience that wants prank calls.
No, you're not tricking people. You post exactly what it is. You put prank in the message line. Prank call radio show.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The reason I say this is because a lot of people happen to read that section.
Right.
Another
exactly.
thing. Listen, another important one is like the Yahoo chat rooms go into like some of the
IRC. There's a lot of people
IRC chat rooms.
There's a lot of people
chat room to chat room.
Yeah.
You know, this will all really help, and I think I think you'll see significant differences.
You'll have to send me your address so I can send you my last CD and the new one when it's done.
Sure, I will. I'll IM it to you right now.
And you probably never listened to it anyway, but still.
Dude, no, that's not true. In fact, when you send it to me, I just sent the Dead in the mail a copy of my solo CD, my music CD, and I sent him a copy of the original Prankster CD, which I'm going to send to you. Awesome. Here's what you do. And it's limited because there's literally only like 40, 50 left.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send you one, but send.
Is it like real packaging or something that you made
yourself?
Yeah,
it's real deal. It's real. This was out.
Vacuum sealed and printed on the disc and everything.
Vacuum sealed and I'll have Kim Rubber Tits on it.
How much did that cost?
When we made them up back in the day, like I don't know, about 80 cents a piece to press them.
And how many did you make at once?
A few thousand. We made a few thousand.
And you sold thousands of them?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think I've sold like more than 150 of any of our CDs.
I don't know if you know the story or not, but Carlito will tell you. I had a tape called the Gross Tape out years ago in Spencer Gifts. I sold 40,000 copies.
Holy shit! See, that's what you were talking about, being like a big record producer. So that's what I was saying to Zolar. Since you're a former record producer, right? Work with Zolar and come up with a Zolar prank call CD. Alter the pitch of these people's voices so they can't sue you or get their permission if you remember the names and call them back. And put out a Zolar CD. If he can make
what my philosophy is do nothing, put it out, and if it gets big enough where they sue us, that's a good problem.
Right.
The Jerky Boys was sued left and right. Who fucking cares?
Yeah,
you know what?
They got plenty of money.
Let me ask you a question, okay? If I put out a record with your voice on it and you're pissed off, and I say, you know what? I'll give you $1,000. Shut the fuck up.
I'd do it.
You know what I mean? Otherwise, fucking fight me for it.
I just did a shot while you were talking. That was shot number 5 for those keeping count.
I'm just saying, people don't realize it costs a lot of money to sue somebody.
Of course. And you're going to find a lawyer who thinks he'll be able to make a buck off it.
Exactly.
That's the hardest part. See, a lot of people might want to sue KDK because of what I do, but there ain't nothing to get. So what lawyer is going to take the case,
So listen, I don't know if you heard about this story really quick, but a couple of weeks ago, I said something like Scott was gay, or I don't know, somebody asked me what Scott was. I said, he's gay. Or
people in the chat room were saying that Great Scott was gay.
Yeah, which he's not, but neither here or there. So Milkman hits him online one day and goes, dude, are you really gay?
Really?
And Scott's like, well, what do you mean? And he's like, no, it's cool if you are. I just wanted to know. Because Dr. Lego said you're gay. So anyway, Scott calls my house. I don't know if I was working or whatever. And Kim gets on the phone. Scott goes, you tell fucking Peter I never want to speak to him again. Go fuck himself.
Oh, really?
And hangs up on Kim. He was really he was really mad at me. And I'm like, dude,
that's the way straight guys are about gay.
Yeah, but no, it's not the fact. He was. So I call him on the phone. I said, dude, what's your fucking
To
problem?
be honest with you, I don't remember you ever saying that. All I remember is people in the chat room saying it.
I say everybody's gay. Fuck it. It doesn't matter.
That's true.
But,
look at your intro. Zolar dicking his ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Billy Hero dicking his ass.
Exactly. If people can't take a joke, that's actually on the Zudo song. But people, fuck them.
Oh, yeah, because Zudo totally takes it in the ass.
Zudo, I don't know what he's doing, bro. But anyway, so but the point is like people take things a little too fucking serious.
You've lost a friendship over this stupid piece you wrote.
No,
we should just break it all up.
Nah, we're friends again. He's just an idiot. But it's like you got to be careful what you say. Whatever. So, look, there was something else I wanted to tell you, too.
I want to tell you to your face. I know I said it earlier, but I want to tell it to your face that I am so happy to have met somebody who seems to be on the same kind of page as I am when it comes to prank calls. Because people think I'm weird about it, because I consider prank calls like an art form, like vaudevillian comedy or slapstick or stand-up. It's a form of comedy, and nobody gives it the respect it deserves. And I'm so grateful to have you to offer to donate all this bandwidth and slots for us.
Dude, we should. Too bad we didn't hook up a few years back,
Yep.
But,
we're here now, so let's make the most of it.
Exactly. We found. No, I agree, dude. I agree. Prank calls to me are one of the funniest forms of comedy.
Exactly. It's spontaneous. It's like improv comedy. Except it's even
harder.
You don't even have a premise to work off of. You have no idea what you're going to get, and it takes a really gifted comedian to do a good prank call.
Or just sometimes luck. You never obviously the person on the other end has to be a good participant.
Well, right.
I mean, I wonder how bad Tara's getting her ass kicked right now.
I feel so bad now, but that's exactly what this girl wanted. She's like, her parents tell her that Tara can't hang out with her because she goes out to bars. She doesn't drink, but she goes out to bars and flirts with guys. But she's like a total cocktease, never fucks anybody.
God.
So her parents think that she's a whore, and they're spreading lies around town about her, apparently. So she'll be happy that we got revenge.
So funny. Anyway,
I'll have to send her a clip of that. She actually gave me a CD. She said I was walking to the store, and this crazy guy is on the curb with a bag of CDs, and he just hands one to me, and he says it's some 12-year-old girl testifying about when she got saved by Jesus and stuff. So she gave me the CD, and I ripped it, and it's the funniest goddamn retarded crazy shit.
Wow.
What?
You're out of your mind.
No, thank you, honey.
So listen, so Friday night, I spoke to Carlito.
Thank you for bringing me in. I was rambling there for a moment.
No problem. Listen, Friday night, I told Carlito, it doesn't matter. He could do a show, I could do a show, we could do one together. I'm saying if Zolar's not going to go on...
Yeah, I know you guys can work it out amongst yourselves.
And if you want somebody to cover, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. But honestly, I don't think there's going to be too many gaps. I think Zolar...
Right. Let's just say that to everybody. Don't get your heart set on having a slot on Friday.
And I'll be honest,
we're always going to leave it open.
I want to tell you something.
He's got it.
I don't think really Zolar has much to do on the weekends anyway,
Well, no, he does, because he's a member of the Whack Pack, so he gets invited to all sorts of functions.
Seriously, listen to me.
In his community,
I'm telling you, Friday night...
he's a celebrity. He's in Manhattan, he's a huge deal.
Bro, listen to me. Friday nights, though, it's a pretty low-key thing, man. And
Saturday's the big party night.
Right, Saturday's the bigger night. I mean, Saturday's when he usually goes to, the swing clubs and the fucking S&M clubs and shit. Friday nights, really, he told me, look, I do the show because I really got nothing going on. I don't have a social life. So, I mean, that's what's up.
That's a positive thing, too, if he wants to, quit the show.
Right, I think this Friday night he's got something going on, something, I think High Pitch Eric invited him to one of his things, because High Pitch gets a lot of things.
Oh, I know, totally.
A lot of
That's
things.
big money. Big, he was joking saying $500 is what Zolar could get for an appearance, but for Beetlejuice, he gets thousands and thousands of dollars. And if Zolar were able to network better and more, he might be able to get up to that level.
Yeah, no, Zolar is the most talented one out of all, and he should.
Yeah, the only thing wrong with Zolar, the only thing holding him back is the fact that he's not retarded or fucked up physically.
No, but he but he is fucked up. You know what's holding Zolar back?
He's not fucked up. He says what everybody thinks, but...
I know. I'm saying he's fucked up in the way that he's blunt, but what I'm saying, what's holding Zolar back is he's too humble. And that's meaning that he won't take advantage of anybody. And see, all these guys like Beetlejuice and High Pitch, all they do is take advantage of people. And I'm not saying that
he recognize that and respect that more.
You know what? I'm not saying that Zolar should take advantage of anybody, but you know what? Don't cut your nose to spite your face either. If there's an opportunity that arises,
right?
He deserves it. Take the fucking thing. He deserves it more than the other fucking.
Okay, last shot of the night. Give me a countdown.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. How was that?
Oh,
How was
that is so totally the last shot of the night.
Is that tequila?
No, vodka.
Vodka, good boy. Absolute.
No, it is Smirnoff.
Oh, Smirnoff.
Right.
Yeah, Smirnoff. As long as it ain't Sanford.
We can't afford, we can't afford your fancy vodkas. We drink Popov. No, we're not that bad. We don't drink Popov. We drink Smirnoff.
As long as it ain't Schmegma.
Schmegma. Yeah. Popov does sound like a social disease, doesn't it? Like Popov.
Oof.
I got the Popov off this prostitute I saw in Beijing.
Dude, Kim got so fucking drunk last night. She was like the dead.
Is she a big drinker?
She can drink, dude.
Yeah, she looks like a party girl.
Yeah, she can drink.
But you look like the type of guy who never drinks and never ever smokes pot.
You know why? Because if I drank, then I wouldn't be able. She gets herself into trouble, bro. She'll drink. She'll drink. She'll go out, and when she goes out to party, she'll wear see-through shit. You'll see her fucking thong. And
yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah, I know what it is. She's a fucking slut.
No, women get to be our age, and they need to be reaffirmed that they're still sexually attractive. You know, because everybody's so focused on youth.
Fucking time. I'm getting into fucking fights left and right.
Really, you get into fights because she flirts with guys and stuff?
Not physical fights, but they could go physical if I want them to. But
you're a Jew, so you're like, I'm going to sue you if you hit me.
No, that's Scott. we call him Sue him Scott.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that's how Scott makes his money, dude. Don't you know that?
He does.
Scott doesn't work.
Things.
Scott does not work. He drives a Mercedes-Benz. He lives in a very high-profile neighborhood.
Well, good for him. Okay. God bless him. I wish I would have spotted him.
And you know what he does?
Every
year, listen to me. Every year or two, he gets into a confrontation. It's either a car accident or a fight, and he winds up suing the guy and making $150,000.
Yeah, that's the American way, right? $150,000. That's 3 years worth of work right there.
No, that's a year for him. But still, I'm telling you, every year he's got a lawsuit going. Mm-hmm. You know how many times I sat in the chair testifying for him? Forget it.
Did he pay you for that shit?
Man. Dude, I get up there. Yeah, because, dude, he gives me 23%.
Wow, that's a great percentage, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so now we know where Lego got all his money from bogus.
From Scott.
Like any other Jew.
From Great Scott.
From
I got all my money
lawsuits.
from Great Scott. Hold on, you want to say
Well, I guess he is great then. Totally. That definitely is great. As long as he's not suing me.
Kim wants to say hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
I'm fabulous.
Hey. Yeah? What's going on? What's new?
Nothing. Just sitting here doing shots, smoking some weed, talking to my friend Lego and his wife Kim.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing tonight?
Still, work, cleaning. Boring stuff.
You're not partying tonight?
Yeah, last night I was the slut. Tonight I'm Hazel.
You got some booze around?
Booze? Yeah. But I had enough last night. I had too much Jägermeister last night.
Do one shot with me.
No, I can't. Last night killed me.
Just one shot for courage. Come on, one shot.
It's Irish, well, in German.
Well,
what are you drinking?
I'm doing shots of vodka. Smirnoff.
Vodka?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Well, hey! Sorry about that. My dog is... Never mind. She's so where's your girl?
My girl? I and I'm in a committed relationship with another man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Where's your guy?
Who do you think it was? Carlito?
No. Who's your guy?
Keith K-Bone.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know all this stuff,
Oh,
you know?
wow, he's right behind me.
That's okay. That could be dangerous. That's cool. How big is Keith's cock?
How big would you say your cock is? 8 inches? I would say like between 8 and 8.5. And when I first met him online, he said it was like 7 inches because he was afraid of scaring me off.
That's nice.
He's like the only guy I ever knew who undercut himself online.
I've had bigger though.
I'm sure you have. From what I hear from Lego, you had like the entire staff of Con Ed in there.
The entire staff of Con Ed? Oh, God. That's funny.
Even Willie the janitor. And he's a black guy, so he probably had the biggest.
Who's black?
Willie the janitor. Junkyard Willie.
I didn't know that. Whatever. I don't even know what that was. I don't know. I must be getting tired here.
Okay, so I get the idea. You're taking Lego away from the phone, so let me just say goodnight to everybody.
Hold on. Let me put it back on, alright?
Okay.
Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you, too.
Maybe we'll get to meet you one of these days.
Keep your pussy moist.
Okay. Take care.
You too.
Keep your cock hard.
Yeah, that's my kind of girl.
Is that a crazy bitch or what?
That's awesome. I told her to keep her pussy moist. She said, keep your cock hard. That's awesome.
Yeah, she's funny. She could be funny. She's a little. She's recuperating from yesterday.
Oh, you fuck her good?
No. After fucking crazy ass.
No, I've never fucked her good once in my life.
I should. But,
you get into like crazy stuff with her or what?
Like what? Like, give me an example of what you're talking about.
Tell me the weirdest thing that you've done with Kim sexually, like thus far in your marriage.
The weirdest
before.
With
before it was probably
me and her or with other people.
Oh, that's right. You guys are swingers.
We're not really swingers, but
you go to swinger parties every now and then.
Yeah, we have friends in the lifestyle, and I do.
So you go and you watch another guy like plowing your wife?
If she wanted to, that's cool. But it's really there's this one girl who she kind of like turns her on a little bit.
At these swap meets, has your wife ever fucked another woman's husband?
No.
Or fucked another guy?
Not to my knowledge.
So she goes there for lesbian encounters?
No. I mean, we go. Nothing usually happens. It's just a once in a while thing.
What do you mean? You go to a swingers party, nothing usually happens? People don't end up like fucking each other on the living room floor or whatever?
Some do, but we're not like hardcore like that. I mean, she'll like, she's fooled around here and there a little bit,
Would you be okay with letting her fuck another guy if you could fuck another hoe?
Yeah, if she really wanted to. It's cool.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I mean, dude, let me tell you, after you with somebody over like 10 years, it really don't matter. You don't give a shit.
It's like I'm not there yet, but I will.
As long as he's got a condom, I don't care.
Yeah.
If she wants to bang him, bang him. It's just, dude. People make she doesn't love. Like people got to learn to be able to separate sex from fucking love and emotion.
Okay, so back to the original question.
Yeah.
What's the most bizarre thing that you and Kim have done sexually?
Again, with other people or...
But you said sex didn't occur.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't say that. I just said not often.
Okay, so what happened during this one instance?
There was one party where she had like 3 cocks and a chick at one time.
3 cocks and a chick?
Yeah.
That's my favorite movie.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a party girl right there.
Yeah, that was
3 cocks and a chick. So one was in her mouth and one in each hand, and then a chick eating her out, or what?
There might have been a monkey there too.
So, stop avoiding the question. My question is, so she had 1 cock in her mouth, 1 in each hand, and a woman was eating her out?
I think 2 in her mouth and
At once?
Yeah.
Now that's a talent.
Yeah. And then,
or either that or they had small penises.
One of the guys was blessed.
So she's got a giant cock in her mouth. And what's happening while this is happening? Well, she's got like two guys' cocks in her mouth. And where was the third cock? In her hand?
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's a turn on, you know?
And what's her other hand doing? Her free hand. Fingering herself or what?
Yeah, because she had Denise licking the alphabet on her, so it was pretty good.
So you got Denise eating her out, two cocks in her mouth, one cock in her hand, and one hand free. So what's the other hand doing?
I don't know.
Now you're trying to just think of a witty answer.
Bro, you want to know the truth? It's
he
all
was just flailing about. Just say that.
It's all such a blur, you know?
Oh, were you on drugs?
No, I was just in shock.
Were you drunk?
No, I was turned on watching, you know? Like
damn,
girl.
Do you masturbate while this goes on?
No, I wasn't masturbating, but, you know, I definitely fucking banged the shit out of her after that. It's a turn on.
What do you mean?
I lasted about 2 minutes.
Everybody else is done with her, they've all shot their load on her, and then you go in and fuck her?
Yeah, basically.
Oh my god, really? Where'd the guys blow?
Well,
you got 3 guys, so where did they all blow?
I don't know if they all, you know, it was a few couples involved, so it wasn't just her, you know, like.
Oh, so people were swapping around?
Right.
So where did she get the loads?
It was a small party.
How many loads did she get?
Well, dude, if she's Kim, don't touch that. If she's fucking sucking cock, where do you think?
In her face.
Right.
So I'm asking, how many loads did she take?
A couple.
Is that a couple is 2?
Hey, let me ask you something, man. Let me ask you something. What's up with
you can
guys?
ask me anything. I have no secrets.
Okay, what's up with, like, you know, chicks really seem to like it, and like fucking like guys blowing their loads in their face, their mouth, whatever.
Right.
Guys don't like that, do they?
No, I love it.
Really? A lot of guys?
Keith didn't like it at first, but now he likes it because he knows that I like it. I like blowing a load in his face. He didn't used to like to swallow, but now he does because he knows how much of a turn on. Because I download porn, and I download, like, just blowjob porn.
Yeah, no, because I heard a couple of, like, guys talking on the radio, and you know, they were, like, saying, yeah, that's disgusting, you know, like, we leave that for the girls or something. I don't know what he said.
No, I never heard that before.
But if on a just a sexual note, I mean, probably the strangest thing I ever did with Kim was I stuck a cell phone in her pussy and put it on vibrate and called her.
Really?
Yeah.
How big was the phone? Is this like back in the 80s with the giant phone, or like a modern phone?
No. This was about, I don't know, about 4 or 5 hours ago.
Oh, right.
My new Verizon phone.
So your phone smell funky now?
Well, what's a fish's pussy smell like?
Probably a human.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. You know, like.
Well, for a straight guy, that's a total turn on to have a phone that smells like a pussy.
Yeah, I like that. But no, I you know, we did it one night.
You could probably sell that. You know, like a line of cell phones that smell like pussy.
I think it's a fucking good idea.
You can make some money off that.
And you know what? You sell it with a certificate of authenticity.
Yeah, what chick stuck it in her vagina?
Yeah, and you show a photo of where the phone was.
Get famous just to do it.
Get
Vanessa Redgrave on the phone right now.
Kim, we'll make an eBay auction. Take like like cell phones.
Yeah, do it.
Take a picture. We'll stick them up your pussy.
You never know what will sell nowadays.
Yeah, I think it's against the eBay rules.
Oh, really? You can't sell things that have been already pre-inserted in a vagina?
Yeah, you know, it's all like fucking.
It's like rule number 10 on the list.
Yeah, where like you can't sell used underwear, shit like that.
Really, you can't?
What?
In Japan, they have vending machines where they sell like soiled underwear.
Well, they used to sell it on eBay and then they had to stop.
Some
guy was selling his fucking sperm.
Japanese people.
Dude, some guy was selling his sperm on eBay. Do you know years ago some guy tried to sell his kidney on eBay?
Oh, that's happened a couple times. People selling different body parts.
Yeah.
They had to make their no body parts on eBay.
Yeah.
People are like, I got one good kidney.
Hey,
I only need one.
You could sell a kidney $40-50 grand on eBay.
Well, no, they won't let you. They'll shut you down. But
What do you mean?
you can't sell a body part on eBay.
Maybe, I don't know. So anyway, yeah. So that's really the story. You know, that's the crazy Kim story. No big deal.
No big deal. Dude, your wife is a hoe.
What happened?
But I think that's hot in my fucked up mind.
What?
That your wife is a hoe.
Dude, you know, it's all good. You know,
It's hot though.
She
said she wants to meet someday. She totally wants a three-way. She wants both of us to flower while you watch.
If you know you get a few drinks in her and get the right mood going, you never know what could happen.
Yeah, she wants us to flower while you watch and like masturbate.
Whatever, dude. You know, man, I don't know if I could like fucking hang with you like that because you know, like I mean, if you guys were like not gay, I probably could, but you know, I don't know, man. I'm
Am I
afraid
the ungayest person you've ever known, or what?
Yeah, no, but I'm just like saying, like, okay, let's say me, you.
You know I'm not attracted to you, right?
Listen,
no offense, but have you looked at
her?
her?
But in person, I'm a whole different thing. You would.
Oh, you think you're a dreamboat in person?
Yeah. So anyway, what I'm saying is.
Now you're all offended that I'm not attracted.
Listen to me.
Okay.
All right, we shut up and listen.
I'm here.
Some me, you, and Keith. You know, we have a three-way with Kim. So then, you know, I'm constantly watching my back door.
Right.
Because,
that wouldn't happen.
I'm nervous.
Me and Keith would be going after each other.
Yeah, I don't know if that would like sit well with me, dude. And you know, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if that would work for me. I don't think so.
I would rather you just watch and like we can both fuck your wife.
Well, you know, that's a whole other, you know, I don't know.
We'll have Crazy Dave over. He'll take care of you.
I'm in. All right, now you made it. You made it. I can't refuse, Crazy Dave. As long as he takes the cat out of the refrigerator.
Hey, God, I love you. You're so fucking funny. Do you realize how funny you are, man? I think a lot of times, like Zohar, I think you get disheartened too. You don't realize the prank legend that you are.
Dude, I'm not a legend. I'm just.
Yes, you are, totally. To people like me, you are.
Well.
To people who are into prank calls, you know. I remember hearing your shit back in the day on Radio Prank like fucking 6-7 years ago and shit.
Well, that's very sweet of you to say, but it's not a, you know.
You know, I don't bullshit. I'm not being sweet. I'm just telling you. I'm not being gay about it.
All right. Well, look, man. You know, good. So we have a lot of respect for each other. That's good. That's good. That's all. You know, and you, dude, you got the right perspective. You know, you're on it tonight. You're on it.
I'm drunk.
But you said a lot of good things. Kim's all pissed off that I told you about his sexual fucking fantasy.
Oh, I thought she was like Mr. Open Girl, huh?
She is, dude. Go look at it. Wasn't that picture of her with a?
We didn't say anything that bad.
No, I didn't say anything.
You know what it is? She wants to come over and have us tag teamers. That's what it is.
Dude, I didn't say anything that like when she goes and like buys food, she buys extra large cucumbers so she can warm up her house. I didn't tell anybody that.
That's probably your dirty little secret.
No, man, it ain't.
The sausages.
No, man.
The dry sausage. The pepperonis.
No, man, I can't hang with that. I can't hang with more than a finger in my ass. And I, you know, even that.
You've had Kim like stick a finger up your ass like while she's giving you a BJ before?
No, she's playing around with it. What?
Like play around the outside?
Wait, Kim is saying to me, remember that salad I had last night? What salad did I have? Salad with the cucumbers in it, yeah. She said she fed me a cucumber that she had up her ass.
Oh, really? Lovely. That's grounds for divorce right there.
She's poisoning me.
Yeah. She's giving you ass juice on your cucumbers.
Oh, God. Whatever.
Some guys would pay for that.
It's alright, you know.
Okay, well, I'm glad you called in. Peace out, my nigga. Never forget how appreciated that you are.
Well, you are too, and really the only reason I did call in was just to fucking straighten the Zolar thing out. Because, again, you know, Zolar is, you know, he's having a day, and, you know, he's not leaving PCU. He's just fucking, you know, maybe he's going to take a week off, whatever.
You're always the level-headed one, you know?
No,
you always have to come in and moderate whenever I go ape shit or Zolar goes ape shit. You always come in and moderate.
Dude, I felt so bad that day.
What day?
That day you were like, you know, really upset because I knew you were really like.
Oh, you really gotta get over it. You understand that was half reality and half radio, right? You know, I realized that I was getting upset, so I played sad music to purposely make myself more upset so I could cry on the air because I thought it'd be good radio, right?
I don't know.
You understand it's all this is not reality.
I hope
this is exaggerated reality.
Okay, because you know I know you've had some issues in the past.
Well, you've heard what kind of great actor I am before.
And will you be in my movie?
As long as it's not a porn movie, because my cock is only like 6 inches.
I'm doing a movie with Robert Redford, man.
Oh yeah? What's it called?
It's called. Listen, Paul Parrish will tell you.
The Unnatural.
All right, listen. Maybe next week we'll call Barbara back up and you know see what happens.
Fill her in on Tara.
No, let's see how it worked out. You know.
Yeah, we gotta call up and talk to Jara and ask her
I got a great idea.
shit.
Let's call Barbara next Saturday night.
Yeah.
And you call up and you say your name is Shlomi.
Or Shlomo.
Say your name is Shlomi and tell her that
the Hasidic mob is after them now.
Wait, what was my name? My name was something Maitland.
Oh, I can't remember.
I don't know. Whatever it was, Eddie Maitland. Say that Eddie was in a helicopter crash with Matsuyahu and
Matsuyahu.
And Matsuyahu's fine, but tell him that I didn't survive and that you're calling to let Tara know and your name is Shlomi. You're my cousin or something.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Okay, somebody remind me of that next week.
What?
I'm asking the listeners, somebody remind me of that number next week.
Keep the number. Yeah, that'll be fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Well, Lego, I love you, you know, in a non-consensual way.
Love you, man.
Have a good night.
Tell Keith I say yo. Peace out.
Peace out. Okay, so, yeah, well, that's about it. It's been a very strange night here on PCU. It saw the return to form of KDK and the retirement of Zolar Vision. The show will go down in history forever, heretofore, for generations to come. Anyway, I thank you all for listening. But it's time for us to say goodbye. It's time for you to go to bed and get ready for work in the morning. And if you got no work in the morning, then get ready to get up and clean the house. Whatever it is you got to do in your day off.
Oh,